You're listening to the One Man Show Network. Welcome to the MMA Fight Picks podcast with your host, Aaron Weinbaum.
Hey everyone, welcome to the MMA Fight Picks podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Weinbaum. I am attempting a multi-stream, so I'm in the one-man show network studio south, I guess you can call it, in my office. So if you're on Periscope or YouTube, feel free to say hi. I am picking fights for this week's main event. Michelle Waterson versus Angela Hill, the UFC Apex, this Saturday, September 12th. So like I said, this is an interactive type of thing. I'm going to try to bring up the comments here. So I'm on YouTube and Periscope. I'm attempting the multi-stream. It doesn't always work well for me, but hopefully the multi-stream is going strong. I just don't know. All right. Well, you know what? I'm not going to stress about it. Wherever I am, and that will be it. Oh, it is going live on the YouTube. So, like I said, if you're on YouTube, also hit subscribe. All right. First fight of the night that I'm going to pick anyways, Roosevelt Roberts versus Matt Frevola, the Steamroller. Fun fact, his dad's name is nicknamed the Bulldozer. So, yeah, how about that? Roosevelt Roberts, I think he did just lose to Jim Miller via submission. Before that, he's got wins over Brok Weaver and Alexander Yakovlev, and he did lose to Vince Pichel very recently, or last year as well. Matt Frevola, the Steamroller, 2 wins in a row. He beat Violent Bob Ross, Luis Pena, beats Yalin Turner, did have that weird draw against Funky Lando Venata, lost to Polo Reyes. He's a bit streaky here, but I don't know. I don't know what the training situation is like right now in New York with Sarah Longo. There are rumors that Frevola had to go to why am I blanking here? Florida to train. But gosh, man, this is tough. But I'm not gonna pick against the Long Island guy right now. Those guys are hot. Even though their training is not so hot. You got Aljo coming on strong. He's going to fight for the belt. Weidman just won. So they're figuring out. These Long Island guys are figuring out. So I'm going to go with the Steamroller, Matt Frevola. All right, next up, we got Frank Camacho versus Brok Chada Weaver. I think Brok had that kind of dirty little kick here recently. Oh, yeah, it was. No, it was Vargas had the weird little kick. That's strange. And then, yeah, he's got a strange record here. So he did just lose. Brok Weaver did just lose to Roosevelt Roberts. Then he has wins over Rodrigo Vargas, disqualification, illegal knee. Devin Smith, he wins that. James Freeman, corner interference. This is a very odd resume here. Let's look at Frank Camacho. Can't think of Frank without thinking Hector Camacho here. Just lost Justin James. Just lost to Beneil Dariush. That was the rear naked choke in round 1. Wins over Nick Hayne, but not a lot of wins, man. I mean, he's got a lot of losses recently, more losses than wins. But then Brok Weaver, I go back to that. Just lost to Roosevelt Roberts. Before that, he doesn't really have that strong of a resume, but then you got Camacho. I don't know, man. This is a tough one. I would say this is a pick'em, but I like Camacho. He's just got the more UFC experience. We're going to see that. I think we're going to see that benefit him, and I got, I'm going to pick Frank Camacho. Next up, Bryan Barberena versus Anthony. I love this. Aquaman Ivy. Let's look at Anthony Ivy first. This is a welterweight, of course. Just lost to Christian Aguilera. Before that, a whole lot of wins, but not in the UFC. So his only UFC appearance right now, he has lost. So he's got wins over, just a bunch of guys I've never heard of. Willis Black, Jason Langolier, Aaron Reeves, Washington Louise, Derek Ajade. Looks like Ajade, but I'm going to say it's a funky type pronunciation. And like I said, if you are the Periscope and YouTube, I see tons of viewers coming in and out, but feel free to say hi or help me pick here. I I didn't realize Barberena has lost 2 in a row, both by knockout. Randy Brown and Vicente Luque, both those guys are very formidable opponents. Has, of course, I think he retired Jake Ellenberger, if I'm not mistaken, back in August 2018. Lost to Leon Edwards, Joe Proctor. Very interesting here. But, again, I'm going to go with the guy with the UFC experience here, Bryan Barberena. Okay? Next up, I believe this fight is at... Oh, it is flyweight. How about that? Match Schnell versus Tyson Nam. Schnell, hasn't lost since... Well, I guess he did lose his last fight in December against Alexander Pantoja. Before that, he had like 4 wins in a row. Jordan Espinoza, Louis Smolka. I think it was probably Smolka's... No. Oh, that is interesting. That win over Louis Smolka. That was March 2019. And Smolka, he was kind of on a tear there. So, very interesting. Noikoi Inoue, Marco Beltran. All right. And before that, he hadn't lost since 2017. And he's kind of gone back and forth between bantamweight and flyweight. So very interesting here. Tyson Nam, been around a while, man. Gosh, when did he start? Because I'm thinking he fought, 2006. So good Lord. Good on him. How old is Tyson Nam? Does anyone know? I'm going to have to look her up here real quick. Don't make me do math. Oh, good. 36. Okay. Well, I mean, he's been around, but he's not super old either. So, that's nice. Just beat Zaruk Adashev. Oh, he does have those 2 losses. K. Kara France and Sergio Perez. And, he missed weight? I'm sorry, Adashev missed weight. My bad. Ooh, this is a really tough one. He's got some good wins. He's been around a long time. Oh, man. Golly. These are really tough fights to pick. I like that. They're not just throwing a bunch of guys together. Well, they are. I'll get to that. But I'm going to go Tyson Nam here. I mean, how long has Schnell been fighting? I'm just out of curiosity, too. Yeah, since 2012. I'm going Tyson Nam in this one. Julie Avila versus Sijara Eubanks. Let's go look at Julia first. There's been a lot of opponent changes in this fight, but golly, let's take a look at Julia here. Gina Mazzani, Penny Kinzad, Alexa Connors, hasn't lost since May 2018 to Marcia Allen. Sierra Eubanks, I think she almost had a title shot here, kind of by mistake here, but she did just beat Sarah Moras. She had problems making featherweight, so she did return to bantamweight here recently. No. Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, featherweight, bantamweight. No, flyweight. Featherweight. My bad. No. She had trouble making the flyweight limit, returned to bantamweight, okay? Featherweight's 145 pounds, kids, in case you didn't know. Now you know. So lost to Betch Korea, lost to Aspen Ladd. So she, her return has not been quite triumphant. The wins she did make at 125 pounds, she missed weight for some of them. And, I don't like that. Like even Roxanne Modafferi. Ooh, this is a tough one, And I don't know what the odds are here, but, Julia's been on that 4-fight win streak, and she's, I don't know how tough Gina is, but, Penny's pretty tough. Gosh. I mean, she's only lost one time. She's got to win over Nico Montano, too, who you may know from winning a championship and never defended, I believe, on the Ultimate Fighter. But, yeah, I got Julia Avila on that one. All right. This is not even the co-main event yet. This is cool. Light heavyweight. Ed Herman was supposed to fight Gerald Marchot. Didn't work out. I don't know how many opponent changes he went through, but it's quite a few. He's taking on Mike Rodriguez, and I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have any idea who Mike Rodriguez is. Well, I'm going to look him up. Ed Herman, you may remember from the Ultimate Fighter, middleweight fight against Kendall Grove. They both got contracts famously, just like, what happened with Forrest Griffin, Stephan Bonner. Like I said, if you are on the chat, feel free. I see I got lots of watchers, but everyone's too quiet to talk. So feel free to talk if you want to. Feel free to help me pick this fight between Ed Herman and Mike Rodriguez. All right, so Ed Herman just beat Kadis Abragimov, Patrick Cummins. I believe he retired Patrick Cummins. That's interesting. But then he had like the 3 losses in a row: a split decision against Jean Vellante, a loss against CB Dalloway, a loss against Nikita Krylov. But all of a sudden, he's quietly came back and won 2 in a row. He did beat Tim Bosch. Where's Tim Bosch been? At light heavyweight as well. But that was 2016. That was a long time ago. I'd like to know where Tim Bosch is, So, oops. Take a look at Mike Rodriguez here. Had a little technical glitchy there. Just beat Marcin Pracino. Lost to Da Eun Jung. Has a win over John Allen. Adam Milstead's a decent win, but that was back in 2018. Lost to Devin Clark. Okay. I think this is one of those fill-in-the-blanks fights that I said I haven't seen too much of on this card, but it's got to be. And I'd like to think that Ed Herman's experience and caliber of competition will carry him to a win in this fight. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with my hands here for those of you that are watching. Okay, next up, Alan Patrick versus Bobby Green at lightweight. Alan Patrick first just lost to Scotty Hot Sauce Holtman back in October 28. Oh, he has had a long layoff here, 2018. So, gosh, wins over Stevie Ray, Damian Brown, John Makdessi. Wow. But, very, very streaky. He fought twice in 2018, and then 2016 he fought twice. So, yeah, very, very long layoffs here. But then you got the super active, all of a sudden on tear Bobby Green. Lando Venata, Clay Guida. He did lose a decision to Francisco Trinaldo back in November last year. Unanimous decision against Carl Close. Win over Eric Koch. Oh, man. Very interesting. I think this is one of those you threw them together fights too. But I like Bobby Green. He's been on a hot streak here. I like him to win this fight. Next up, at the Flyweight, Andrea Lee. Roxanne Modafferi. Let's take a look at Andrea Lee first. She just lost to Lauren Murphy, just lost to Joanne Calderwood. Both decisions, both split decisions, so you know how those go. Has wins over Montana De La Rosa, Ashley Evans Smith. So, 2019 loses, 2020 loses. So, February's not that long ago. But Roxanne just fought and lost as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, also lost to Lauren Murphy. Lauren Murphy, who's looking like a killer all of a sudden, right? Win over Macy Barber. The highly touted Macy Barber. She kind of took the wind out of her sails. Loss over to Jennifer Maya. Win over Antonia Shevchenko. Everyone thinks she's good just because of her sister. Don't like that loss against Sijara Eubanks just because Eubanks missed weight that before that fight. I like Roxanne. I like her camp. I like Roxanne. Excuse me, Roxanne to win this fight. All right, quiet people. This is your last chance. So many watchers, so little participation here. Not used to that. Yo, can't believe that came out of my mouth. Yeah, so Michelle Waterson lost a split decision to Carla Esparza. She did lose a unanimous decision to Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Joanna looked great all 5 rounds. Does have 3 wins in a row before that. Carolina Kwaszewicz, Felice Herrig, Courtney Casey. We're going all the way back to 2018. Then Angela Hill on a hot streak lately here. She did lose to Claudia Gadelha, but I didn't think she lost that fight. Angela Hill didn't think she lost that fight either. And then all these short notice fights, like she went September, and then January, I believe she took a short notice fight. February, right after she takes a short notice fight. So Loma Luca Bonomi, I can't say that right, Hannah Cyphers, Ariane Conalosi. Okay, so this is tough. I think that somehow Michelle Waterson is the underdog here, and if I was a betting man, I don't know what I would do, because this is interesting here. I mean, you can say that Michelle lost 2 in a row, but I think her competition's been just a little bit more here. I think Angela Hill's hungry. I think Angela Hill wants this. I think she's a little bit of the bigger girl here. Like, you get to the grappling, Waterson says she's a good grappler, but she's lighter than most of these girls. So it's very interesting here. I like Angela Hill. I like Michelle Waterson too, but I like Angela Hill to win this fight. That's it. We've done it. We picked the fights. So thanks for all of you that have watched. And if there's no questions or comments, I'm going to scoot on out of here and say shalom.
Please remember to support the podcast by visiting the affiliate links on AaronSaysWhat.com.